the Jordan versus LeBron comparison here?
No, because at this stage of his career, Brady is neither Jordan or LeBron. Brady's not recognized as the best player in football. Is he the best player in football? Yes, right as we speak right now, is he? I'm not talking about his accomplishments, the GOAT. Is he the best player currently? Absolutely not. Michael Jordan, at his last go-round, 96, 97, 98, was the best player. LeBron James, with the exception of Skip Bayless's eyes, is the best player in football. So Brady is neither one of those. I push back at the notion that if my homeboy loses, that it's over. Jordan lost a bird twice. He lost to Isaiah like 3 times. He was able to recover from that and build. So why couldn't Mahomes lose and then, turn around and win 5 or 6 of these things and be considered the GOAT? For me, Skip, look, I get it. I think everybody would have liked to see, 28, 29-year-old LeBron, 28, 29-year-old Michael. To say this is LeBron, this is, right now, how old is Jordan Skip right now? 55, 56? And LeBron is 30, and LeBron is 36. I mean, we close. Patrick Mahomes is about 19 years younger than Tom Brady. So we're getting close, Skip. But I don't look at it like that, Skip, because I don't look at Tom as the best player in the league. And Jordan and LeBron, right now, Jordan was playing his tail end. He was the best player. So look, I get it. This might be it's hard to argue this is not the greatest Super Bowl matchup. It's hard to argue. I mean, Marino, Montana in '84. You say Elway in Montana in '89. Have we seen one comparable to that? This might be the best one, Skip. This might be, of the two guys. It's going to be hard. Interesting to see what comes down the pipeline after these two. But I don't think so, Skip. I don't think this is a LeBron Jordan final matchup. Although I would have loved to see that, because then we would have no question. We know who the GOAT was. Yeah. We know. It'd be unequivocal.
The nice guy would get his
No, Skip. What happened to the nice guy?
Yeah.
Somebody would have started clapping. Somebody would have started clapping, and LeBron would have looked at him like, okay, I got this 21 piece coming for you.
It was a Tuesday night in January in Cleveland versus an 8-9 team.
8-9 team that beat a super team twice.
Without Kevin Durant.
The first time they had Kevin Durant put 147 on him, but that's none of my business.
I'm going to take huge exception to your first point.
What's more?
Nobody is playing quarterback at a higher level right now than Tom Brady is playing.
Don't do that, Skip.
I'll just go with Pro Football Focus. Through the regular season, he ranked second in the league to Aaron Rodgers, and he was 2 slots ahead of Patrick Mahomes. Just on pure overall grade, body of work, 16 games. Number 2 in Pro Football, said Pro Football Focus, the Bible. Then through the playoff run, 3 straight road wins. Pro Football Focus ranks Tom Brady in the playoffs number 1 above all quarterbacks. Number 1.
Can I ask you a question? Why would they play 3 road playoff games?
Well, because he was starting over with the Succaneers, who were 7-9 last year, and they got off to a little bit of a slow start when they tried to throw Antonio Brown into the mix. And then they had a bye week, and they took off and won 7 in a row, including 3 in a row on the road in the playoffs.
One thing, Skip. Tell me the game that he played that was the equivalent of what he did in Buffalo. Of all 3 playoff games, tell me the one game that Brady had, Washington, New Orleans, or Green Bay, which was the equivalent of what Mahomes did against Buffalo.
I told you Buffalo was a little overrated going into that game. It was in Kansas City. It was their baby, and they're just more talented than Kansas City, and he did what he should have done in that game. I liked Buffalo before the year started, but I never thought that they could really pull this off against that team. They were going to have that game in their place to have any shot.
That way we would have had them beat them. But you picked them. You picked against Mahomes, and I told you the guy that you don't pick against is 1-5.
I did, because it's like the cat with 9 lives, and I thought he had spent his 9th life. But apparently he's got 10 lives.
You've been looking,
they have been teetering for 10 straight weeks now, teetering.
No, what happened is
they are daring the devil every week. Until Buffalo, they were daring the
You're looking at the line. You said they're not covering because they're out. They're supposed to win by 10. They're supposed to win by 14. They're supposed to win by these numbers. You keep saying they keep winning these close ball games, but you keep putting something before close ball games. Keep winning.
Okay, now back to this question at hand. I'm going to defend your man, LeBron James. And I'm surprised you didn't in this question, because we're going to compare Patrick Mahomes to LeBron James right now? Really? What has Patrick Mahomes accomplished so far? Not much.
No, I'm talking about your Brady. I'm talking about Brady. I'm talking about Brady.
No, well, I'm talking about the analogy here is Brady is Jordan and LeBron, Mahomes is LeBron, right?
Is Mahomes the best player in football? Yes or no?
Is LeBron not playing at the highest level? If you want to project him out over the next 5 years, I'll give you that. But the point is, we're comparing Mahomes as the challenger to the man. You know, everybody but you thinks that Michael Jordan is the runaway.
No,
goat.
everybody don't think that. Everybody don't think that.
Sorry, you and 5 people on Twitter.
Hey, don't think there's no 5 people.
Okay, so
billions.
The point is, LeBron has obviously played in 10 finals.
Right.
Hadn't been great in those finals, but he got to 10.
Skip, he's been great in all the finals except one. Stop this now.
Really? Okay. So he does have 4 MVPs and 4 finals MVPs, and he's got 4 rings, and he's 16 times an All-Star, 6 times All-Defense. It adds up. His body of work is like light years ahead of Patrick Mahomes' body of work. So it's hard for me to make the analogy of the up-and-coming challenger, or at least LeBron is an established challenger. At least he's credible.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time that people thought Tom Brady was the best player in the league? Because Jordan, last 3 years in Chicago, people thought he was the best player in the league. People think LeBron James, with the exception of you and a handful, there are some that believes Kevin Durant's the best player, but the majority of the people believe LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. The lion's share of the people believe Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL.
Okay.
So the comparison is that.
Let's look at his body of work so far, shall we? Yeah. I'll give you, he won an MVP. He played in 1 Super Bowl.
Yes.
And he was very, very lucky to win it, because by his standards, he was shaky at best. In fact, he mostly stunk in that Super Bowl because his QBR was well below his season average. He averaged 78 last year during the regular season. He had a 64 for the Super Bowl. And do you remember what happened late in the third quarter? They're down 20-10. Here's what happened. They're down 20-10. This is very late in the third quarter. And he just throws it. I think Fred Warner was the target, right? Was he the intended receiver? I don't know. And it's still 20-10 on the very next possession. It's early in the fourth quarter. And can we see what happened again? This is Patrick Mahomes on the biggest stage in the sport. Down 20-10. Whoops. High and outside to Tyreek, and that one gets picked. How can you defend that?
Hold on, Skip.
What?
Skip, in the Super Bowl, hold on.
What?
In the Super Bowl in which the New England won, Brady threw a pick 6,
okay,
right?
I don't care about that. I'm talking about what has Patrick Mahomes done? And so
in 2 years,
time out. It's my turn. I'm talking 7.5 minutes to go in the game. They're back up third and 15.
He won.
Stop it. Third and 15.
He won.
At their 30, what are they? At their 35-yard line. And he gets away with this. He's got a rusher.
He got away with it.
Look, Tyreek had to stop his route and come back and wave for a fair catch on this. He just throws it up for grabs. That's like what Brady did to Mike Evans twice in Green Bay. He said, I'm going to throw a jump ball up. That's what he got away with it. It was extremely lucky.
Could Brady have made that throw?
Could he have made? Yes.
With that pressure on him. With that pressure on him.
You saw him do it to Mike Evans.
I saw 2 interceptions.
That ball should have been picked 5 ways.
Skip.
What are you talking about?
Skip.
And then guess what? Jimmy Garoppolo in the fourth quarter of that game goes 3 of 11 for a total of 36 yards. 3 of 11 and throws a pick. And he misses Emmanuel Sanders wide open. If we could see this, this is 140 left. He's wide open. This is a touchdown. You going to fire the defensive coordinator? Because this is going to win the Super Bowl for the San Francisco 49ers. And he missed him by 5 yards.
Hold on, Skip.
Okay, that's how lucky you were to win your 1 Super Bowl. You weren't very good.
Skip.
And you're telling me he's LeBron James?
Skip.
No, he's not.
This is what I don't get. Now, you said Jimmy Garoppolo was 3 of 11. Your guy was 6 of 11 with 2 interceptions, but you said he won.
It doesn't matter. He's Tom Brady. He's going to his 10th Super Bowl. Leave him out of this. He's the GOAT. He's the runaway GOAT.
You see,
he even played at age 43. He played the best quarterback we've seen.
No, he was not.
Yep,
he was not.
Yep.
He did not play better this year than Aaron Rodgers. He did not play better than Patrick Mahomes.
No, he didn't play better during the regular season than Aaron, but he played better than Patrick Mahomes, who wasn't that great this year.
Skip. Skip, the guy, if he doesn't miss the game, he's going to throw for 5,000 yards, probably going to have 40 touchdowns, but he didn't play great. Think about what you just said. The man is about to have 5,000 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and he didn't play great.
Is he the equivalent of LeBron James to you?
Yes, he's the best player in the game right now.
Huh. Well, that's not what's happening. The guy who's playing the best is Tom Brady.
No.
But you can't see it because you don't like him to start with. And number two, the greatest genius is imperceptible genius. It's where it's so great you can't even see it with the naked eye.
That's what Mahomes is doing.
Oh, stop it. He's in your face, behind the back, between the legs.
And you mad because Brady can't do that.
Let me throw it left-handed. Brady doesn't do that. Brady is not a highlight film. He just keeps making throws. Look at all the Pro Football grades. Nobody had more big-time throws than Tom Brady. He led the league in big-time throws. He led the league in fewest turnover-worthy plays. How can you argue?
Who leads the playoff in big-time throws?
I don't know.
You do know.
I know who went on the road to beat 3 straight top 10 defenses. Washington, wait a second. Washington was number 2 in yards allowed, and then we go to New Orleans, number 4 in yards allowed. Then we go to Green Bay, number 9 in yards allowed, and he shredded all 3 of them.
Why were they on the road? If Tom Brady is the GOAT, why were they on the road?
They made the playoffs. I told you all they needed to do is get in the tournament.
Okay.
Wait a second. Do you want Tom Brady at 43 to start over with a team that went 7-9 and go what?
Is he not the GOAT?
16-0?
Is he not the GOAT?
Oh, yes, he's the
Okay, when you get your home field throughout.
Guess who's in the Super Bowl? The GOAT.
Hold on.
He's there.
Is Mahomes there?
He's there, and he's got a real good shot to beat Mahomes.
So Mahomes don't got no real good shot to beat Tom Brady.
No, he's got a shot. I'll give him a shot because he's got the 2 best receivers.
Oh, now you see what you did?
By far.
Now he got the 2 best receivers.
A little bit of a product of those 2 receivers and Andy Reid, who's the offensive genius.
What is Tom Brady a product of?
Himself. He coached the New England offense all those years. He was his own coordinator, and now he's his own coordinator in Tampa.
If he coached them, why couldn't he do better in 2019?
He had no receivers.
But you said it's Tom Brady.
He had the worst receivers in pro football.
It doesn't matter.
He can't throw it to himself.
Okay, Giselle, he can't throw it and catch it himself.
By the way, he still had another game-winning drive that got erased by Belichick's overrated defense in the final regular season game. They were in position to have the 2 seed, and Belichick spit the bit. And here comes Fitzmagic to beat them in the final regular season game, knock them out of the 2 seed.
So, in other words,
it was extraordinary.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, they are nothing. They would be nothing without Tom Brady.
Did they make the playoffs?
Wow.
Yeah. Are they in the Super Bowl?
Wow.
Yeah.
Skip.
Okay, timeout. Do you think any of those players is better than Tyreek? Any of them? No.
I don't think Tom Brady is better than Mahomes.
Time out. Do you think any of those players is better than Travis Kelce? Any of them? No.
Skip, that's not the point.
Oh, it is the point. He's a product of the 2 best receivers in football.
So what's Tom Brady a product of right now?
Tom Brady. Thank you for bringing that up.
Well, then you won't tell me why he didn't do this in 2019.
He got him to the 2 seed. He did. He had a game-winning drive against the Dolphins in the last regular season game. He drove them 75 yards for a touchdown, and with 2 minutes left, it was over. And Fitzmagic went 75 for a touchdown.
Can I ask you a question? Did that drive that Fitzmagic put together, did it cause them to miss the playoffs? Yes or no?
No, it knocked them out of a bye and a 2 seed.
Okay, you at home. Now, you just told me how great he was because he went on the road and he beat the number 3 defense, the number 5 defense, number 9 defense. Right. Okay, he's at home.
What have you done for me lately? Okay. That's what I want to know. What did he do this year? Number 2 in Pro Football Focus and number 1 in the playoffs. GOAT.
Ain't no way.
Still playing. 43 going on 23.
I don't see, Skip. I don't see how. Against you see the shakiness against New Orleans. You saw the shakiness against Green Bay.
Shakiness? They went on the road. He beat Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers on the road.
The defense was unbelievable.
The defense was very good, but any Super Bowl team needs a good defense. You don't think Mahomes' defense is good? It's really good.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.